thanks everybody for coming out today. Really appreciate it. Like you said, this is a really big milestone in Tzeachten's future, and we're all looking forward to this being done. First, I'm just going to start with an opening prayer. This one's written by Tyrone McNeil. It's called A Prayer for a Better Future, and it is just a really good way to start this off in a good way, I feel. So behind me here is the turf field being built. This has been a long kind of process in the making, and our turf field is going to be a multi-use turf field. It's going to be a soccer field as well as a baseball pitch, and it's kind of a unique design.
You've got a soccer pitch, a full size for adult play. We've also got mini soccer that runs in both directions, a full softball and baseball facility where we'll have line markings for both fast pitch and slow pitch softball. A beautiful logo right in the middle of the field. We've also incorporated quite a bit of seating, so we've got bleachers on both sides. We've got dugouts for the players, keep you dry during games. Full asphalt parking. I believe there's over 60 stalls out here for full sports field events, for adult games, for tournaments. It should be enough parking for major events. And then a plaza with picnic tables, seating, some additional vegetation, some trees for shade cover for when families come, when the powwow happens. We're trying to provide some additional spaces for those gathering areas and make sure that everybody feels comfortable and kind of welcome around the sports field. There's a walking path all the way around the field, yes. So we've allowed for that, so if you want to come out and get some exercise, walk around, watch the games. It's pretty exciting from our perspective to get to incorporate all those things in a sports field, and I think it's going to look great.
The baseball field is kind of separate from the soccer field compared to typical designs where the baseball field is incorporated into the soccer field. And also there's 2 mini ball fields that are aligned across the soccer field as well, so to make it that much more useful for our community members and the surrounding community as well. I play in the Fraser Valley Premier League, and this is kind of a stepping stone for our team as well. We'll also be advertising this field by having a lot of the teams from here all the way to Surrey, Port Moody, Tzeachten coming to play on Tzeachten land as well. Compared to a lot of the other teams we play against, they don't play on the reserve. So it'll be cool to have some of the home fans out hopefully as well. Ideally, this will be our home field then, and when it is all complete. And that as well, we're hoping for next year to host a tournament again. Soccer tournament as well as I know there's baseball tournaments that happen here as well. So all in all, it's going to be used by our community at large and as well as the surrounding communities. From being in other meetings with other communities, local communities that are from Stalo as well, they've thought about putting in their budget to build in a sports facility, but then they realize we have such a facility to offer that they don't see it necessary. So it's just really awesome to see that other communities do appreciate what we can offer them, and it is going to be utilized and it will be used to its fullest. Now I just want to say, I just want to acknowledge the past leadership and everything they've done to make this happen. I mean, I've only been doing this job for a couple months now, and I really feel fortunate enough to step into this role and to see what's been going on in the background for this many years and be a part of this now, this change and celebration. Second, I just want to really drive home that this is, it's going to be a big part of Tzeachten's change. We are recognized at a national level for so many different things we've achieved, whether that be financial or our facilities in general.
We're doing all of the design work for the process, so all the piping, all the field layout. We work with communities on how to develop and design sports fields. This is our first time working with Tzeachten, and it's been an excellent process to date. They're really receptive to the ideas. They work with the design community. It's been really exciting and fun to be involved in this project.
So the first thing we do is we get our drawings from the consultant, and then we assess the situation. And here we've cleared off a bunch of brush, and we've removed some overburden, and then we put in good structural material. And site servicing, we call it. We put in our plumbing and electrical. And then we get ready for our next phase, which is more of the finishing and fitments. And we'll put in concrete sidewalks and fencing. And then we'll get everything prepared for the carpet to go down. And then we'll put in site furnishings and tidy it up and do our landscaping at the end. We have never worked with Tzeachten. We worked with James for a few weeks now, just preparing to do this. This is our first try, and it's positive and fun so far.
So Cedar Crest Lands is doing all the civil work, which is the field itself, the perimeter, the concrete work, the fencing, and all that stuff. And we're basically the roofer. We come on last and we cover it all up and make it look pretty. We get the most credit because that's what people see. So the turf that you're getting here is basically the turf that we install all over. It's rated FIFA Quality Pro, so it's the top level of FIFA. So all the soccer players will definitely enjoy it. For the baseball section, you're getting a little bit of a different product, which is a slit film or an older style. It's a little bit more durable, but it's better for baseball. So you're going to have two different distinct types of turf on the field, which is actually really cool. This is our first time working with Tzeachten, and it's so far been a great experience. You don't always get the excitement when customers have bought 9 or 10 of these, but for their first one, it's always really, really exciting. So, yeah.
Thank you all very much.
This has been a tough couple weeks here. The field got done just in time. We're here for a couple different reasons though. We're here to celebrate not only the grand opening of the turf field, but we're also celebrating being certified from the First Nations Finance Management Board.
Your community in many respects sets the standard for the rest of us in this country and how to get things done and how to move forward. And so I congratulate you all on that and hope that you continue to support your leadership's participation in these very important initiatives that take place throughout the country. On behalf of our board of directors and our staff, congratulations Tzeachten for achieving the Financial Management System certification. You are one of 6 in the country to do this, so congratulations. It's a huge accomplishment.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Harold. Really appreciate it. Awesome. Thank you, Harold, and the Financial Management Board. We really appreciate all your hard work. We decided to get you a paddle for the journey. You said 20 years that you've been through. So we'll continue on our journey, continue working together, and thank you. My hands go out to all of you guys. Thanks. Thank you very much.
I just can't emphasize enough how important today was with respect to receiving this certification, because it's created an environment where we're now at the same level as the people we deal with, we work with, we partner with. And thank you to the FMB, the Financial Management Board, because they worked with us. We were going back and forth, our finance department, on suggestions on how this is going to work, and we eventually came out with something that worked. One thing that I've always said, if you're going to be a good government, do things for the people. And that's one thing that I've truly enjoyed since retiring from council, is seeing council continue on and do that and fulfill the promises, building the community hall, building the shopping center, building the new soccer fields back here. And then today, I can't say enough about how elated I am with seeing this field out here. It's truly fantastic.
I played soccer my entire life, and coming here and looking at this facility, it's state of the art. It's one of the best facilities I've seen, and we're truly humbled, honored, and excited to open this up to not only our members but the public. This is a staple of our community. We have facilities that we're so proud of, and this just adds to it. I already know there's a lot of teams moving to this facility, and as you can see in the background, we have already 2 soccer fields, baseball diamonds, and this just adds to it. Thank you to the community for everything they've done and supporting us in this vision.
At the Tzeachten fields here, we play baseball. It's mainly 2-pitch, sometimes slow pitch. Ever since I was at an early age, I really enjoyed sports and basically brought up my family to enjoy and play sports also. Mainly I play soccer. I've been playing soccer for most of my life since I was at a very young age. But I can remember back in the day there when we had the old sports field. That field was built on a gravel bed, and it seemed like we were forever taking rocks off that old soccer field. It was hard, but it was one of the hugest fields in the valley here, similar to this, but even bigger and wider. It was maximum length. And I can remember back in the day, we had to take turns taking corner kicks to see if anybody could kick it towards the net and get it there. That's how big that field was. But like I said, it was built on a gravel bed, and I could remember times before a tournament where we had all of our players sweeping across the field, and they were picking up rocks as they went along and throwing them off the field, you know, getting it ready for the tournament. It's quite a contrast to what you see today. If you look around and you see these new fields, especially this new artificial turf field, which is really great to see, because there's not too many bands in this area where you can go out and see something like this. So for Tzeachten to do it is really something. All the children that are coming up behind us are going to have a great facility to play on.
We have a variety of programs dependent on the different age groups that we deal with. We register kids as young as 4 years old and as old as people in their 40s. So there's a variety of different programs, and my job is to sort of build the programs and develop our coaches and develop our players. Soccer in our community continues to grow every year. I've seen players as young as 2 out on these fields, and as players in over 50s. And as the numbers continue to grow, the demand for these fields continues to grow. So every year we look at our field inventory and wish we had more. And we've been eyeing up this spot for a while, because I know there's been discussion around this field for some time. So we're really grateful that this field has finally happened, and kudos to the Tzeachten band for making it happen. It's certainly needed, and as far as I'm concerned, it's going to be well used.
The land we built this on comes from some of our members, and they gave us the opportunity to build all these sports facilities here. So thank you to those members who did that. Thank you. So with that, that concludes the grand opening, and we'll move into our seniors game next here. So thank you, everybody.
My brothers all played soccer. They still won the cups, regardless of what kind of a field they had. They won 5 cups.
Putting this together is a huge deal. People just think it arrives, but there's so much work that needs to be done. So here's to many years of enjoying that artificial turf field, and thank you for inviting me to the party.
It's a nice field. I can't wait to come play here.